Welcome back to our Canadian Housing Search series. As promised, today we will walk you through a live Kijiji demo search so that we can see what we need to pay attention to while searching and how we can play around with the filter to find exactly the listings that work for us. For the purpose of today's video, let's imagine that I am a Conestoga student at Dune campus. I have another fellow student who I want to rent with, and so we are now looking for a 2-bedroom apartment near Dune campus. Let's jump right into it. Okay, so we are now landing on the homepage of Kijiji, and we would want to look at real estate. And if you look at for rent, you will see there are 3 sections here that we want to focus on: long-term rentals, short-term rentals, and room rentals and roommates. Long-term rentals refer to rentals that have a duration of at least 1 year, and this is also the section where we find the most number of listings. And short-term rentals, of course, refer to rentals that have a shorter period. It could include the subletting options as well. And in student rentals, some landlords will allow you to rent by terms. So it could be a 4-month rental or 8-month rental. And if you are looking for a room or a roommate, then room rentals and roommate section would be the one that you want to explore. So today we are looking for a long-term 2-bedroom apartment. So let's look at long-term rentals. As you click on long-term rentals, you see that we only have a basic filter. We are filtering on the places that are about 5 kilometers away from Conestoga Dune campus. However, we do have a set of criteria in hand, and we do want to add more filters to it. So let's click on Add Filters. And then now you can see that there are a lot of different criteria that you can play around with. The very first one that we look at is distance. At the moment, we are setting it at 5 kilometers away. However, it's totally up to you to determine how far it is acceptable to you. For the price, we actually do want to cap it based on our budget. So let's say we are capping it at 1,500 and we haven't added any other criteria. You do see that we have about 23 listings available at the moment. So let's keep it at that. And then now here, if you look at unit type, you can see that there are many different types of units. And I just want to bring to your attention about the basement apartment. Basement apartments usually have a lower price compared to all other types of units, mainly because in the basement, you will have less light and smaller windows. So if this is something that you could compromise with, then it could be a good option for you. Bedrooms, we do have 2 people, so we need at least 2 bedrooms, and 2 plus den could be a good option as well. So the den room is the activity room, and you can use it for your own purpose. So for example, you can use it as your study room. Bedrooms, we do need to have at least 1 bedroom for 2 people to share. And in the ideal scenario, it could be 1.5 or 2 bedrooms. Utilities. This is something that we mentioned in our previous video. In the building, usually the building manager would be able to pay for heat and water, but they will ask you to pay extra for hydro. And in some other case, it could be all-inclusive or it could be plus utilities. So we don't really want to limit ourselves here. Let's put it at no preference, because you really have to look at the ad to understand what is the total price, including utilities. Parking is important if you have a car. Furnace is also an important factor. In most buildings, the apartment will come unfurnished, meaning that you will have to pay for furniture. That could be an extra upfront cost for you. You could either buy new furniture, or another option for you would be to buy secondhand furniture in different marketplaces, for example, Facebook Marketplace, or like Kijiji that we are having here. And then towards the end of your study, you could resell your secondhand furniture, and that could really help to lower your upfront costs. Appliances is also good to look at as well. You do want to know how to do your laundry, whether it would be laundry in units or laundry in building. In case of laundry in building, usually it would be called laundry, meaning that you will pay about $2 to $3 each time you do your washing or drying. And so it doesn't sound much now, but it does add up towards the total expense every month for you. So something to think of. And then there will be other filter. For example, pet friendly, if you have a pet, and amenities, accessibility here, and even more feature down here. For example, agreement type. So for agreement type, it could be month to month or 1 year. In long-term rental, usually you will sign a contract for 1 year, and then after that 1 year, you don't really have to re-sign the contract, but it will be automatically converted into a month-to-month basis. And then scrolling down here, we see even more option. And I want to bring to your attention about this one. This additional option allows you to filter listings that allow video chat or video walkthrough. And this could come really handy, especially if you are not in Canada at the moment. Okay, so we do have a quick glance of all the filters, and we do choose some of them. And at the moment, we have only 3 listings available. This shows us how competitive the market is, but this could also be a sign that maybe our price range is not very realistic. So let's say if we increase it to 1,700, and now we have 12 listings available, which is much better. So just playing around with the filter could really help you to have a better understanding of the market as well as the average price of your type of unit. So now let's look at the 12 listing, see what we have here. So the very first 2 that you see here are advertisements. And if you scroll down here, you will start to see the listings available. You can see the price, and you could also see the distance from the place to Dune campus. For example, this one is about 5 kilometers away, and this one is about 4 kilometers away from Dune campus. And now we do want to take a closer look at the listing. So let's say we just choose 2 of them to look at. Right from the start, you can see that there are pictures, there are photos of the building as well as of the apartment, including all the rooms inside. And even for this listing, they have the virtual tour, which allow you to take a closer look of the apartment, basically almost like a video walkthrough for you. And if you scroll down here, you will see more details of the listing. You see the address, and you will also see an overview of the unit. So here we can see that it's all inclusive. So it included hydro, heat, and water in the rent already for you. However, do notice that you will still need to pay for the Wi-Fi. This means that you will need to set up the Wi-Fi, and you will need to share the cost of the Wi-Fi together with your friend. And then you will see other details, just like in the future that we do, which is, for example, the parking, the agreement type, whether it's pet friendly or not. You see the size of the unit, whether it's furnished or not, as well as the appliances. So it's really good to look at an overview of the unit here. However, one thing that I will always do, which is to copy the address that we have here and go to Google Maps and put it on to see how long does it take for you to commute on a daily basis to your campus. So over here, we see that the quickest route is here. It takes about 27 minutes, and you only need to take 1 bus, which is quite convenient. However, do notice that you need to walk for about 11 minutes, which is a quite long walk. In the summer, it might be okay. However, in the winter, especially when it gets really cold, it could become a challenge for you. So something to keep in mind with. And now, if you scroll down here, you will see a detailed description of the unit. And we would always recommend you to look at the detailed description closely because you can find more additional information. For example, whether it's close to amenities like the grocery stores, the theater, Fairview Mall, or like this detail that the unit is available from December 1st, or it could be sooner. So they could be flexible with this. So these details you would not be able to see if you just look at the overview. And let's say you look at all the listings available and you do compare between different listings and you think this one could work for you. You do want to communicate with the landlord to schedule a viewing. And then you can look at the right column here where you can see information about the person who posted the ad. You see that this person has been on Kijiji since March 2012. So in general, if an account is very, very new, then that could be a red flag for you. remember to use the website with caution. And then if everything is good, you do want to contact the landlord, you can write your message here and hit send message. And then voila, now you just have to wait for the landlord to get back to you. So that would be the end of our demo search. We really hope that the demo search will make you feel more confident in your search. Remember to do your search early and feel free to use all the resources that we provide to you. And you can always ask questions if you're not sure about anything. We are always here to help at International Transition at connect.c.on.ca. In the next video, we will walk you through another great option to search for listings, which is placesforstudent.com, where you can filter listing, including ads for roommates based on your campus. Stay tuned.